Welcome to the Discourse Analyzer AI Toolkit, where articles come alive. You're listening to the audio version of our article. For the full text and an interactive experience, check out the link in the description below. Interact with any selection using our AI assistant to enhance your understanding. Let's explore.
Introduction to Narrative Analysis in Discourse Analysis. Narrative analysis within the realm of discourse analysis provides a powerful lens for examining how individuals and communities construct meanings and identities through storytelling. This approach delves into both the content and structure of narratives, ranging from personal anecdotes to public speeches and media narratives, to reveal the underlying social, cultural, and psychological dynamics. By analyzing narratives, researchers can uncover the strategies individuals use to make sense of their experiences, assert identities, and navigate social relationships. This introduction outlines the fundamental aspects of narrative analysis and its scope in discourse analysis, highlighting its role in understanding the intricate interplay between language, culture, and identity. 1. Overview of narrative analysis in discourse analysis. Narrative analysis in discourse analysis provides a vital tool for understanding how individuals and groups construct meaning and identity through storytelling. This approach examines both oral and written narratives, considering them not just as simple recountings of events, but as complex constructions that reveal much about the cultural, social, and personal structures of the narrators and their contexts. 1. Definition and scope. Narrative analysis within discourse analysis is defined as the systematic study of both the form and content of narrative material to understand better the sociocultural, ideological, and psychological processes influencing and reflected in storytelling. This can include personal stories shared in everyday conversations, public speeches, literary texts, historical accounts, and even media reports. 2. Key aspects of narrative analysis. Structure of narratives. Narrative analysis looks at the structure of stories, which typically follow a conventional pattern described by scholars like William Labov. The structure often includes abstracts, orientations, complicating actions, evaluations, resolutions, and codas. Understanding this structure helps analysts see how narrators construct their stories to make them coherent and impactful for their audience. Function of narratives. Narratives serve various functions. They can assert identity, convey cultural norms, resist dominant discourses, or foster community cohesion. Narrative analysis examines these functions, focusing on how narratives work within specific social contexts to achieve these ends. Co-construction of narratives. Narratives are often co-constructed in social interactions. This aspect involves analyzing how narrators and their audiences interact during the storytelling process, shaping the narrative through verbal and non-verbal responses. This interaction highlights the dialogic nature of narratives in constructing meanings collaboratively. Cultural and ideological underpinnings. Narratives are embedded within specific cultural and ideological contexts. Analyzing narratives allows researchers to uncover the underlying values, beliefs, and ideologies that shape and are shaped by the narratives. This includes examining how certain themes or narrative styles privilege certain worldviews or suppress others. Personal and group identities. Through narratives, individuals and groups express and negotiate their identities. Narrative analysis explores how identities are articulated, claimed, or assigned within narratives, providing insights into the personal and social dimensions of identity construction. 3. Methodological approaches. Narrative analysis in discourse analysis employs various methodologies, depending on the focus and objectives of the research. Some common approaches include thematic analysis, identifying and analyzing themes that recur within and across narratives to understand the predominant or contested discourses within a community. Structural analysis, examining how the structural elements of narratives, such as plot, characters, and settings, contribute to the overall message and impact of the story. Performative analysis, looking at how the act of storytelling itself, including the use of language, gestures, and interaction with the audience, contributes to the meaning-making process. Comparative analysis, comparing narratives from different individuals, groups, or cultures to understand differences and similarities in experiences, values, or identity constructions. Narrative analysis within discourse analysis is a robust approach that provides deep insights into the intricacies of human communication and social interaction. By focusing on narratives, researchers can uncover the layers of meaning that shape and reflect the complex interplay of individual experiences, cultural norms, and societal structures. This analysis is not only useful for scholars but also for educators, psychologists, sociologists, and anyone interested in the profound impact of stories in human life. 2. Significance of narrative analysis in discourse analysis. Narrative analysis holds a critical position within discourse analysis, offering a unique lens through which researchers can explore the profound influence of storytelling on human experience and social interaction. The significance of this approach stems from its ability to reveal how narratives shape and are shaped by the social, cultural, and individual contexts in which they are embedded. Here's why narrative analysis is pivotal in understanding these dynamics. 1. Illuminating social structures and cultural norms. Narratives are not just personal stories. They are also repositories of cultural and social norms. Through narrative analysis, researchers can uncover the underlying structures that govern social behavior and cultural expectations. Narratives often reflect the rules, roles, and relationships endorsed by a society. By dissecting these stories, scholars can identify the norms that guide social interactions and understand how these norms are transmitted, reinforced, or contested within a community. 2. Understanding identity construction. Narratives are fundamental to the construction of personal and group identities. People tell stories about themselves and others, and these stories play a key role in shaping how individuals perceive themselves and are perceived by others. Narrative analysis allows researchers to dissect these stories to understand how identities are crafted and communicated. This includes how individuals align themselves with or distance themselves from certain social groups through the narratives they share. 3. Revealing power dynamics and ideologies. Narratives are also arenas where power dynamics and ideologies are both reflected and contested. By analyzing narratives, researchers can identify how power is negotiated and exercised in discourse. For instance, who gets to tell their story, whose stories are marginalized, and how certain narratives are framed can reveal much about the power relations within a society. Narrative analysis helps in unpacking these aspects, showing how stories are used to maintain, challenge, or change social hierarchies. 4. Fostering empathy and understanding. Narratives are powerful tools for fostering empathy and cross-cultural understanding. By listening to and analyzing the stories of others, individuals can gain insights into experiences and perspectives that differ from their own. Narrative analysis in discourse provides the tools to critically engage with these stories, encouraging a deeper understanding of diverse life experiences and promoting a more empathetic approach to social interactions. 5. Contributing to policy and practice. The insights gained from narrative analysis can have practical applications in shaping policies and practices in various fields such as education, healthcare, social work, and politics. Understanding the narratives prevalent within specific communities can help policymakers and practitioners design interventions that are culturally sensitive and effective. For example, in healthcare, understanding patient narratives can lead to better patient-centered care practices. 6. Methodological innovation. Narrative analysis encourages methodological innovation in research. It demands a nuanced approach to data collection and analysis, often requiring interdisciplinary methods that combine qualitative and quantitative research techniques. This makes narrative analysis not only a tool for exploring linguistic phenomena but also a driver of innovation in research methodologies across disciplines. The significance of narrative analysis within discourse analysis cannot be overstated. It enriches our understanding of human communication, offers insights into the complexities of social life, and provides a robust framework for examining how stories influence and are influenced by the broader societal context. By exploring the role of narratives in shaping human experience and social interaction, narrative analysis contributes to a deeper understanding of the human condition and the sociocultural landscapes we navigate. Conclusion. Narrative analysis stands as a cornerstone of discourse analysis, offering profound insights into the ways individuals and societies construct and communicate their realities. Through the systematic examination of narratives, researchers can explore the deep structures of storytelling that reflect and shape the social and cultural fabric of communities. This analysis goes beyond mere interpretation of text, considering the performative and functional aspects of narrative in constructing social reality. By understanding how narratives function to maintain or disrupt social norms, convey cultural values, and foster group identities, narrative analysis provides essential tools for decoding the complex messages embedded within everyday language. Ultimately, this approach enriches our understanding of human communication, revealing the powerful role of narratives in shaping our perceptions of the world and ourselves. Frequently asked questions. What is narrative analysis in the context of discourse analysis? Narrative analysis is a methodological approach within discourse analysis that focuses on examining both oral and written narratives to understand how individuals and groups construct meaning and identity through storytelling. It considers narratives not just as recountings of events but as complex constructions that reveal cultural, social, and personal structures. How is narrative analysis defined and what is its scope? Narrative analysis is defined as the systematic study of both the form and content of narrative material to better understand the sociocultural, ideological, and psychological processes influencing and reflected in storytelling. This includes analyzing personal stories, public speeches, literary texts, historical accounts, and media reports. What are the key aspects of narrative analysis? Key aspects include the structure of narratives, examining components like abstracts, orientations, complicating actions, evaluations, resolutions, and codas, the function of narratives, how they convey identity, cultural norms, or resist dominant discourses, the co-construction of narratives, interaction between narrators and audiences, and the cultural and ideological underpinnings of narratives. What are some common methodologies used in narrative analysis? Common methodologies include thematic analysis to identify recurring themes, structural analysis to examine narrative components, performative analysis to look at how storytelling practices contribute to meaning-making, and comparative analysis to explore differences and similarities across narratives from different groups or cultures. How does narrative analysis reveal social structures and cultural norms? By dissecting narratives, researchers can uncover the underlying structures that govern social behavior and cultural expectations, reflecting the rules, roles, and relationships endorsed by a society. This helps identify how norms are transmitted, reinforced, or contested within communities. Why is understanding identity construction important in narrative analysis? Narratives play a crucial role in shaping how individuals perceive themselves and are perceived by others. Through narrative analysis, researchers dissect these stories to understand how identities are crafted and communicated, including how individuals align with or distance themselves from certain social groups. How does narrative analysis expose power dynamics and ideologies? Narrative analysis helps identify how power is negotiated and exercised in discourse, revealing who gets to tell their story, whose stories are marginalized, and how certain narratives are framed. This analysis shows how stories are used to maintain, challenge, or change social hierarchies. What role does narrative analysis play in fostering empathy and understanding? Narratives help individuals gain insights into experiences and perspectives different from their own. Narrative analysis provides tools to critically engage with these stories, promoting a deeper understanding of diverse life experiences and fostering empathy. How can insights from narrative analysis contribute to policy and practice? Understanding the narratives within specific communities can help design culturally sensitive and effective interventions in fields like education, healthcare, and social work. For example, in healthcare, patient narratives can lead to better patient-centered care practices. What innovations does narrative analysis bring to research methodologies? Narrative analysis encourages a nuanced approach to data collection and analysis, often combining qualitative and quantitative techniques. This not only explores linguistic phenomena but also drives innovation in research methodologies across disciplines.